Hi there, welcome to Rise. I'm Sholina, your host, and today I have with me Kiran Bissoon from Key's Kitchen. I'm so excited to have you here.
I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you so much for coming. Can you tell me a little bit about what it is that you do so the audience knows who we're talking to here?
Key's Kitchen is an anti-inflammatory, whole foods, plant-based meal delivery service. But we also offer cooking classes, cooking demos, workshops, and free consulting. And along with that, we also have a line of anti-inflammatory snacks and sauces that people can either use in their food themselves or just have to snack during the day until they can get to a proper meal.
Awesome. Whereabouts are the demos? I didn't realize that you were doing those.
The demos are all over the GTA, really. Sometimes in Markham, sometimes in the Durham region, Bowmanville, Pickering, Whitby. And we've done a couple of them in Toronto as well. So basically wherever there's a need, we just try to fill it.
Excellent. Okay, wonderful. Let's get started. So I really wanted to bring up the topic of food and your mood.
Yes.
Because, it's the chicken or the egg situation. Does food affect your mood? Does your mood affect your food? Tell me, what are your thoughts around that?
To be honest, it's both. Your food affects your mood and your mood affects your food. However, let's start with your food affects your mood, because the other day I had brain fog and I had no idea what was happening to me because I've never experienced this a day in my life.
Oh, wow.
And especially because I follow an anti-inflammatory way of living in general, food for sure, and just general lifestyle.
How long have you been following this diet or lifestyle?
This year makes it 3 years. And,
but you've never experienced brain fog before?
No. But the thing about brain fog is if you're in it all the time, you don't know that you're in it.
Yes.
Right? It's only when you've cleansed your system and you're free of all the things that cause brain fog, or many of the things that cause brain fog, then you experience it. You're like, whoa, what's up with this? I can't think. I can't function. I'm upset all the time. I'm crying. Well, I'm a crier, so I cried constantly. So what ended up happening was we ate, my husband and my brother-in-law and I had a kind of nostalgic weekend a couple of weekends ago, and we decided we were going to spend the whole weekend eating foods that from our childhood that we all grew up eating. That were not
I know where this is going now.
That are not so good for you. Not that I have no problem with carbs, but the fact that they were full of preservatives. Mm-hmm. And I don't eat anything really that has preservatives, because everything I eat is whole foods. And so we did that. We had a great time eating all this yummy food that I haven't eaten in at least 3, 4, 10, in some cases 20 years. And so we enjoyed it, and we were tired and we were exhausted. And which we knew ahead of time that was going to happen. The lethargy and the bloating and the gas and things that we don't normally experience anymore. Mm-hmm. We knew that was going to happen. So I accepted that. But what I didn't know was going to happen was come Monday morning, I couldn't function. I had to cook for my clients, and I don't work from recipes. Everything is in my head. And so, I opened up my cupboard to start putting in spices, all the healing spices and all the healing herbs and so on, to make this delicious meal for my anti-inflammatory meal for my clients. And I could not get it done. What should have taken me 2, maximum 3 hours to do took me 6 hours to get done.
My goodness.
Wow. Because I couldn't focus. I kept sitting down, and because I was tired, and when I wasn't tired, I was frustrated. Why can I not figure this out? My anxiety was going up. My shoulders were burning with tension that I used to feel when I was in university, which I haven't experienced in years. And then on top of all that, by the time I got it all done, I called my Reiki master and I said, I need to get something done here. Something is definitely going wrong. And of course, I had not at that point attributed it to the food that we ate. I thought, it's just in passing. Mm-hmm. And I had a complete breakdown in her office. I just started crying about myself and my efforts and my business. And this is completely unlike me. I don't suffer with anxiety. I'm since I started following the anti-inflammatory lifestyle, I don't suffer with stress at all. Every day is a good day for me, but that day was a disaster. Come Tuesday morning, now it's the second day without being back on my proper whole foods diet. I suddenly realized, whoa, that must be brain fog. That must be what people call brain fog or suffer with. Or,
you know what I find really interesting is that you were affected on all three levels. Mind, body, and spirit.
Yes.
Because the body, obviously, your physical symptoms, mental, the fog, and spirit, because you started doubting who you were in your business. Isn't that interesting? I find that so interesting.
Absolutely. And she even couldn't figure out, like, why are you so out of tune with yourself? You're the one person who I can bank on every time, who is just right there. You know what you're about, you know what you're doing, blah, 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 blah. And so I just thought, this is the only thing that changed for me was my food.
And what day did you have that?
We started on Friday night.
Oh no.
And we finished on Sunday night.
Okay.
And so it wasn't a one-time thing.
Okay, but your brain fog only really lasted on the Monday? That's it? Just the one day?
No, I was tired and unhappy. For the day, like I was definitely tired, which is something that I generally don't suffer from. But the depression and the anxiety didn't hit me till Monday.
You know what else is interesting is that most people, when these symptoms occur, they think that they are just stressed and overworked. Not to say that that's not a part of the equation, for sure it would be, but I don't think people understand, especially women with our sensitive hormones, they don't tend to understand that a lot of what we eat affects us immensely.
100%.
Immensely. So
100%. Your food directly is correlated to your mood. I mean, I'm not a huge advocate. I know, even though my business is a plant-based business, I don't enforce it on anybody, for that matter. None of my clients are vegetarian or vegan. They're all non-vegetarian. But because of the way we combine the food and the healing spices and herbs that we infuse the food with, they don't suffer with the typical outcomes of what most people would feel from a typical meal. So it's really important that you eat foods that are going to enhance you and boost your immune system, rather than the quick and easy fix.
Okay. So we know obviously the bad foods. We've got the sugars and the flours and things like that. But tell me, what are some of the choices that you would make for a healthy diet? And what are some of the good mood boosting foods?
Anything green to start with. So all the dark leafies, beans, sweet bell peppers, every herb you can put your hands on. I love to combine parsley with mint and cilantro. I personally don't eat any fruit, just because of the amount of sugars that it's in, that's in fruit, just doesn't do my body, me personally, doesn't do me any good. I get all of my vitamin C and my calcium, because I don't eat dairy either, from my herbs. From my herbs and my green leafies.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I actually get more vitamin C in my system than a lot of people, because most people think that you get your vitamin C from oranges and citrus. There is more vitamin C in parsley than there is in an orange.
Oh my goodness, I did not know that.
So you want to fill your plate or your meals with lovely fresh herbs. If you can't get fresh, dried will work just as well.
Okay.
And then spices, the mood boosting spices, the immune boosting spices like turmeric and ginger, cumin, coriander, fennel to eliminate bloating, fenugreek as well. All really good stabilizers and mood boosters. So it's always in my food, almost every dish.
Right. Us too. I think as an Indian culture, we tend to use those spices all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the difference is I tend to cook with healthier fats like coconut oil.
Yes.
And not include all that canola oil and stuff that I would normally get upset if I was to go and eat at a regular Indian restaurant. But when I cook at home, it's very different the way that I cook. And I use all organic ingredients, so that makes a big difference. But the spices would be the same, except mine would probably be organic.
Oregano, definitely. Oregano is a huge mood booster and immune booster. So oregano with some rosemary. Excellent to use with some garlic and smaller amounts. Garlic is an excellent healer, a number one healer, to be honest, but in small amounts because it also affects your nervous system. So
garlic affects your nervous system?
It does. It works similarly to caffeine in a way that it gives you like a jolt of energy, so to speak. More often in Ayurvedic food and in Ayurvedic food and nutrition, it's used as a healing property rather than an everyday food, because it can lead to too much of it can have an adverse effect. Yeah, everything that all the meals and all my classes are all based on Ayurvedic food and nutrition. Wonderful. And combining.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I will put all the links in the description below. And if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to share or express yourself, and we will be happy to respond back to you. Kiran, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate your time here. And I look forward to doing another video with you.
Thank you so much, Sholina. I was really happy to be here and share.
Bye, guys.
Bye.